halfway summary. Am I right?
Fellow Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, Thando is speaking from level 2 of her part. There's a typo on the agenda for which I must apologize. And she needs to begin developing a collection of humorous stories to present a speech that includes humor. And she can use anecdotes or stories in order to do this. Fellow Toastmaster.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to quote Thando. This name, Thando. Fashion trends, Thando.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I see you all quite impeccably dressed. I don't see any fashion profiles. Have you ever left the house and you are wearing, you think in your mind you dress quite well and you're not in a rush and you leave and you get somewhere, the day goes and at the end of it you realize, my button was not properly closed, or it was askew, or something just went wrong. If it has never happened to you, hey, you are God's chosen one. I think a lot of us have gone through that. The other day, I woke up early, I wasn't in a rush. I went to the gym and spent an hour there, went back home, and as I'm about to take my shirt off, was the other way around, like back to front. And it was not a round collar. See, if it's a round collar, you can get away with it. It's not too obvious. It was a V-neck. The V was at the back. And I was thinking to myself, this is so embarrassing. And it's still fresh, because this is from like last week. It's still fresh. I'm still embarrassed about it. And that got me thinking. What if some fashion trends start as faux pas? Something went wrong, and because you were confident about it, someone saw you like, ooh, I can do that. Torn jeans. I mean, something goes wrong, maybe you bend too much and then it tears. It's still new. You don't want to get rid of it. It's a fashion now, because someone wore it with confidence. Mismatched socks. You know that moment when you're looking around the house, you're like, yo, where are the socks? And you're in a rush and then you can't find them. Hello, white, orange, very cute. And if you're wearing shorts or a short dress and you're wearing socks that are colorful or mismatched, and then, not ankle socks, it's quite cute. But maybe it started with someone who couldn't find their socks, their matching socks. And they're like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And here we are, and it's a fashion. And even this, think about it. A few years ago, maybe not a few, but many years ago, this would have been a no-no. But you're at an event, it's winter, they gave you shirts to wear. You're cold, you don't want to lug it out. So, shirt over warmth. I mean, I know they say drip is forever, but I sometimes need to be warm. Gentlemen, you're going somewhere, you pack, you forget your belt, you forget your tie. These days, there are fitted pants that they don't need a belt, they design like that. They fit you nicely, they don't need a belt. And if you've forgotten your tie, hello, it's fashion now. You don't need the tie. And if you think about it, it's a real scenario. It probably happened to someone, some big shot CEO. They were traveling, forgot their belt, and in the hotel, they need to go to the conference room. By the time they get there, they were like, I just need to put this off. And because they were confident, it happens. And now more people wear that, or they don't care about the tie, even if it's a very formal event. If you are confident enough, you can honestly just put it on. Ladies, you sleep over at your partner's place. forgot to pack or it wasn't planned. And the next day, you need something to wear. Welcome, boyfriend jeans. They actually sell boyfriend jeans. And it started off as literally, yo, I'm wearing my boyfriend's jeans today. Because what I was wearing yesterday, maybe I messed on it or something. And it's fashion. And you have baggy pants, baggy shirts. Growing up, if you were wearing clothes that were too baggy, you'd be embarrassed, right? Like your mom or your parents. But it's something that fits me. But then, now, it is trendy. It is aesthetic to be wearing your baggy shorts, your baggy jeans, your baggy top. It's taken thing. But not so long ago, it was just frowned upon. But now think about this. It was some confident teenager whose parents bought them some baggy clothes or like cards. And they did it. Now everyone wants to follow the trend and they went on it. Last one. There are many examples I could give you. But I'm just going to give you the last one just to prove to you that many fashion trends, honestly, probably start with a mismatch. You wash your sneakers. You're about to travel in a rush. You pack your sneakers, wash the laces, pack everything, you go. You get to where you're going, maybe it's a relative's, wherever you are, and take out your sneakers and you're trying to find shoelaces and you realize you forgot to pack the laces. Now you need to look around, find some ropes for you to put on, something. And how you mismatch shoelaces, and it's fashionable, it's trendy. And sometimes you've also seen people who walk around without shoelaces. And it still looks quite good. I'm not saying I put off that V-neck situation. I doubt I did. But when you realize that you have an unfortunate, embarrassing situation happening with your clothes, confidence. You'll honestly put it off. Because the things that we're doing now, it's honestly just, the fashion is all about confidence. Let me leave you with one thing. Remember the chappies? Maybe I'm becoming my age. The chappies, did you know packets? Well, did you know that the suntan used to be frowned upon? Ages ago it was frowned upon. And it was seen as low class because if you had a tan, it meant that you were a laborer. You were working outside, you were doing very manual work. And stepping Coco Chanel, she was at the beach. She fell asleep. Sunscreen, I mean, there's only so much sunscreen can do. She's going to be sleeping on the beach for 3 hours. She fell asleep, woke up, had a suntan. She pulled it off. And because she did, and she was just paying Coco Chanel, why not? Now people actually pay for suntans. People go out of their way to have suntans. A reminder, lastly, if you have a wardrobe mismatch, if you have a wardrobe faux pas, be confident. Just be confident. And you will be setting the next trend. It might not be mismatched shoelaces or socks, but we'll know that, oh, that lady looks so good, or that guy looks so good, I want to dress like that. Meanwhile, they didn't even know that you were panicking and embarrassed in all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
What an impeccable way of explaining fashion trends. Thank you so much. Well, it does have to be a mismatch, but you know what? If you look cute, you look cute. And if you're confident, wear your confident and go out there. Thank you so much. May I please ask, is Lynette ready with the evaluation? All good.
pointed out, impeccable speech. However, the timing was not quite as impeccable. So gave you the red light of 7 minutes, and you carried on until 8 minutes and 31 seconds.
Thank you. What an impeccable acceleration. Lydia, will you please provide us with the grammarian's comments?
Thank you, Madam Postmaster. Firstly, is to say I didn't think anything about, but I understand that your speech was kind of laid back, so it was really alright here and there. In terms of the use of outstanding words, you mostly use the word mismatch. I don't know how to classify it in English language, but that was beautiful. And the expression, it's not really the English language, but it's an Indian. Drip is forever. She also used a lot of put it off. That was beautiful. The most favorite word for me was yeah, that was the most beautiful word. And thank you so much for using that word of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lydia. I believe you are ready for Lynette. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me call over here with me, Lynette Barma, with Thando's evaluation.
Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, and especially Thando, where are you sitting? Oh, there you are, right there. It was a wonderful speech, and your vocal volume, maybe not the variety so much, but your volume was excellent, because I could hear you and I'm sitting in the back. So that was really great, and I'd like to commend you on that. And I'm not trying to outdo the grammarian, but I did hear you use impeccable once. You may have used it more than that, but I did hear you use it once, so that was great. The objective of the speech this evening was to use humor and stories and engage the audience through humor. And I believe that you achieved that because the audience was laughing within your first 2 or 3 sentences. So that was really good to see. And you gave many examples of things that happened to people that the audience could relate to, and they found them funny or embarrassing or something, but you engaged well with the audience, in my opinion. And the stories you gave about going to the gym or wherever else you go to and leaving half your stuff behind and putting it on inside out, I think many people could relate to that. I have written here that your opening was strong, and you had humor, you had people laughing, and your actions and body language were good, they were engaging. I did find your use of the speaking area limited, so try maybe to do that. In order to make greater use of the speaking area, which I'm not doing now because I'm trying to do it in my evaluation, you need to know your speech so that you can move around, like Franz said, and I was at the gym. And then when I went home, I found I'd left my water bottle behind, or something like that, so that you use the speaking area purposefully. But I would encourage you to work on it, work on it. Your body language is good. Your body language is there, and it will continue to grow. The other thing that I want to encourage you to do, become a professional speaker where you can speak for 20 minutes or pay greater attention to the time. Now I know that you're going there and you're wanting to speak for longer. Excellent, it's good that you've got the confidence and the story to do that. But speaking in a specific area where you have a limited time, try to keep your speech to the time that you have available. Well done. It was a pleasure evaluating.
Times report as well as the parliament's comments.
All right, so you spoke for 2 minutes 50 seconds. Right, very well with the time.
Parliament's comments.
I'll just say thank you for using the word of the day in difficult. That was great.
Are you enjoying